Welcome back. This is M-Dog, and we're going to check a spot today here at Tunguska. We're actually going to be trolling sort of these shallow areas here, going for brown trout primarily, maybe some other fish as well. But before we do that, I did want to briefly talk about the news story that came out today about the new store. And it looks like, from the looks of the pictures here, the store is going to look different on different maps. You see this same sort of like feeding stock 24 symbol iconography on at least the individual station here, the vehicle here, and presumably maybe says something similar on that sign. I don't know. It actually looks like it might be something different. But anyway, I would think that we're going to be getting the same thing no matter which of these stores you approach. It says, need a handmade lure or a special ground bait, but don't have the necessary skill? No problem. Very soon a shop for handmade lures and a machine for mixing ground bait mixtures will appear in the game. So that's all we know. We know it's coming very soon. Very soon can mean anything in this world of Russian Fishing 4. Although typically I would say very soon has meant within a month or so. So we'll see. This is going to be a really interesting test case here on what they're going to do with this. If you're allowing a player to purchase a handmade lure or ground bait before they've developed the skill enough to do it themselves, then presumably there's going to be a penalty, right? Because you still would assume that it's going to be advantageous to create that skill yourself. So what does that look like? Does that mean that, like, is it going to be gold only? Gold, which costs real money? Is it going to be silver, but cost a lot more silver than it would for someone to actually create that if they had the skill themselves? All kinds of questions come up with this, right? What quality will the lures and ground bait be? Are we going to include PVA? Because if you're carp fishing, PVA is a game changer. Again, just lots of questions. I think it's a cool idea. My first thought was, oh, this will be gold only. But I was more thinking of the lures. And I hope that's not the case, but I could certainly see that being the thing, because you think about the demand when you see how well a handmade lure is doing trolling at Volkov, let's say. And if you don't have, somebody that makes handmade lures that you can trade for them, send them the materials and ask them to make them for you, maybe you tip them or whatever. If you don't have that, then this would be a way to go just get one. Although, yeah, I just don't know. I mean, it does kind of feel like an opportunity where maybe they would justify having it be gold only. I hope that if it does involve gold, I hope there's like a gold option and a silver option. I don't know how you would do that. Maybe you could do that based on the quality of the lure, which brings up another question. How much does the quality of the lure actually matter? And if that has been answered, which it probably has, I just don't remember what the answer was. Same with ground bait. How much more effective is a 10 out of 10 than a 6 out of 10? I just don't know. But I can't imagine spending gold on ground bait or even PVA. That's just unimaginable to me. So if we're talking about gold, I would think that could only be the lures. And because we're talking about real money at that point, it can't be very expensive, right? I hope that it's silver. I think my hope would be that anything this sells is for silver, but maybe it's just more like it's an obnoxious amount of silver. So it's like you still have that motivation of, okay, I'm going to get a couple of these lures, even though it costs me, 150 silver or something a piece, which you're like, man, that's a lot compared to what a lure normally costs. But until I level up the skill myself, then I guess it's worth it, because this handmade balsa 04 or whatever is just doing really good work. So I hope that's kind of what it is, but we'll see. I was asking people in my chat kind of what they thought about this news story, and somebody was saying, well, maybe they'll add new lures through this system, you know, that we don't even have in the game yet, or maybe they'll get creative with other things, like even with the ground bait or something. Who knows? Maybe. But we'll see how this goes. The news story was just a couple days ago, day and a half ago, something. So we'll see how long it takes to release, and then what's involved. But anyway, just wanted to touch on that. I like to touch on the news stories as they come out. This one's so limited. Of course, part of me hopes that maybe there'll be more to this update that they haven't announced yet than just the store. But the store could be interesting. So, all right, here it is, 4 a.m. I did want to mention something. These 3 fish were caught very quickly just casting off this little dock here, which does kind of tell you if I'm catching fish that easily just casting over here, that tells you, yeah, this spot, this area is probably pretty active. Look at that. I mean, so you could literally just stand here all day, catch decent sized brown trout, and probably do really well. But I do want to see how the trolling goes. I guess we'll start. So we're just going to kind of go, we'll just start going this way. I am using, by the way, the Spiker 218 on both lines, just to see how well it does. 9.8, so this is, the test is wrong on this, so we're going to max cast it just to get it far enough out there to make sense. And then this is an ultralight, so we got to be careful on the friction brake on this one, and this one will cast really far comparatively. Alright, so let's get going. Let's see how trolling these, so we kind of want to try to stay maybe halfway in between the shore and the deep area, and just see if we can hit some pretty reliable brown trout and stuff like that. Or pellet. I am fine with pellet as well. And on the on this one we have an 8.2 liter, so a little smaller, could be a little tougher. But that's just typically what I do on my ultralight setup, is I usually don't go above 8.2. So we'll see how that goes. There's another brown trout. And as you can see, like already it's really pretty decent. And we're about where we want to be. I think I want to go down till we get to about 5B, and then we'll turn around, come back this way. Let's just see how this looks. See if the bite rate keeps up. And yeah, see how well we can do for doing this for a little while. Now, if we have to, we can always use the boat to chase something, but I'm hoping we'll dodge the real big fish by staying in the shallows and just be able to pull them in, but we'll see. Pretty interesting though. I've never done this. I've never trolled staying in the shallows, at least on this part of the map. So I thought this could be a fun exercise. By the way, we are using size 4 Ultra Treble F hooks on both of our spikers. It's interesting how many, the pellet and the broad whitefish we've caught so far. Which probably also means we could do a little float fishing down around here somewhere. And we'll go just a little bit further, then we'll turn it around. So far it's not been bad. I'm curious though, during different parts of the day, are we going to be able to keep up a decent bite rate, or is it going to get pretty slow at times? Oh yeah, we want to see some graylings. I like it. That's a nice one. That's a nice grayling. Alright, I'm angling out towards the deeper just a little bit so we can do a turnaround here. I think after we get this fish in, we'll do the turn. Nice grayling. Nice grayling. Very cool. I'm going to cast it out that way since we're turning. Whoa, 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 whoa. Look at these grayling. So notice that all of the graylings started to hit once we were a little further down. Maybe I'm turning too quickly, actually. Those graylings are nice. Alright, so now we're going to troll this direction. Let's see how well it performs going this way. There's a grayling. We might be getting a little farther out. There's a brownie. Yeah, we're good. Just turn it slightly to the left here. Keep going. But however they do it, offering ways for folks that haven't unlocked it yet to get a lure here or there, make some ground bait, I think that's cool. I'm going to be really curious how it works. And if it's still being figured out, I hope that hope they will hear the feedback that this is probably not a time to go gold only, especially on stuff like ground bait. Like that, I can't get behind that idea. Not that you have to use it. I mean, it's optional either way, but ugh. Just don't get too close to the shore. Even an eyed. Oh, nice. I was hoping we'd see some linnock. Hoping we'd see some linnock. I mean, the bite rate so far is crazy good. But again, it's 7:15 in the morning. Like, what is the bite rate like at noon? That's the question, right? Oops. Again, I just wonder, is this better than just standing on the dock and fishing? I don't know. It was like pretty quick bites when I was doing that. Hey, there's a pink salmon. All right, let's see a good pink salmon. Let's see a nice one. It's a nice brown trout. Anything over a kilo. Hey, hey. It's another broad whitefish. 1.2 kilo broad whitefish. This is great. So far, so good. That looks like a... Oh, it's another Arctic. I thought that was going to be a rainbow for a second. Okay. That's one thing we don't want to see, are like really big Arctics, or obviously taimen or anything like that, but aye, didn't it? Hey, look at that. So we're getting some graylings spread out now, just not just in the down at the western end, so that's good. Arctic Demule? Okay. Alright, we want to sort of curve over here. I guess I need to say a thank you to whoever posted this in VK. Now, I can't swear that it was the first person to post it. Sometimes these sites get posted multiple times. This was... I actually can't tell. Oh, Andre Pagorni? Something like that? Alright, we have hit a slower spot. So is it time of day, or is it going all the way up to this way. I do want to, sometimes trolling in front of this area can be really good, so I do kind of want to see what it looks like, but we'll take note of this. If it ends up being just much better in the on the western side of the dock, then we'll stay down there next time. There's another pink salmon, though. Did I say rainbow before? I meant pink salmon. We're not catching rainbows here, are we? There they are. So we hit the pink salmon area. Let's see if we can get a decent one. I like seeing those graylings, because you know, if nothing else, those marker graylings are going to add up a little bit. Could also have one of the cafe orders. Those grayling cafe orders pop up a good bit here. Can't tell. There might be a really, really small fish on the other rod too. Let's check it. Really small. So, I don't know. We'll go to about the edge here of this line, I guess. Let's get a little closer over here. A little surprised how many eyes we've seen. A little healthier size. Again, depends on what it is. Oh, there you go. Our first decent pink salmon. I think this bite rate might be, in fact, I know it is. It's too much to try to do 3. You'd be reeling in and out that third one so much. I think it would be more annoying than anything. Alright, and we'll go just a little bit farther. Just so we get a full view of what the different areas are kind of like. Grayling. Okay, here we go. Back down. Ooh. Nice pull. That's a pike, by the way. Grayling. Wow, there's been lots of graylings actually. That's pretty cool. I was not expecting this high a percentage of graylings. I really thought it would be like a lot more brown trout than it's ended up being. But it's been a good mixture of a lot of things. It's very cool. And amazing how much faster you move with the current. I mean, we're making up the same amount of, territory. It feels like twice as fast. Such a difference than the morning. In the morning, it's like almost every fish felt like it was a marker, decent size. You get in the afternoon, you hit them every once in a while, but you get a lot of small stuff in between. Nice Arctic. Alright, we definitely want to turn around here. Woo! Yes, please. That looked weird, huh? Uh-oh, we're getting a little rain, little storm action here. I don't know if that's going to be good or not. It's been a pretty decent day, though, overall. We're getting a little wind. Yeah, and the wind is kind of blowing from this direction, so we are hardly moving. That will also maybe mess this up a little bit. See if we can just get a little bit more speed. Okay, it's only at 2 meters per second, so I don't know. Feels like we're going particularly slow though. Wow. Is it time of day or is it the rain and it's kind of messing with us? Rain and wind maybe? I'm almost tempted to fast use the boat to haul it up to the top and then kind of come back down this way. So I think I might do that. Oh! As soon as I added some speed to the lure, it caught something. Let's get back up here to the top and come back this way. Okay. See if we get some fish going again here. He's randomized. This is about where we were catching those off the dock. See if that's a brown trout. I mean, they were so consistent right there in that spot off the dock. It's kind of amazing. Healthy. picked up a little bit. Back in grayling land. Now the wind's blowing from the west, so that helps a little bit maybe. Trying to see one more fish before we flip around. But we want to flip soon. Okay. It's a nice one. That is a nice pink salmon. Ooh. Okay. It's getting into eyed territory there. That was a real eyed. Really nice brown trout. Another nice one. So this is the time of day where we're any minute now expecting the bite rate to drop off, but there's still that chance of a nice fish coming in. See if we get another bite here. It's past 2100. It's tough. Oh, yep. Something. Okay. All right. That's not what we want. Huh. That bite kind of surprises me. Okay. It's straight up nighttime now. Wow. The Ciscos are out. Okay. But yeah, I mean, as I said in the beginning, like, it's too late for this to work now probably, but this is like before I started recording. This is all I was doing. I caught 3 fish in a row. Those first 3 fish in the net. And then I think I did this one more time once we, after we talked about the news story. So, I mean, that's one thing is to try that just from the dock. 446 silver. And you just about could do that with any spinning gear, to be honest. I mean, we didn't catch anything that was that difficult. Uh-oh. Got some good orders for us here. So that's 109 silver. That's pretty nice. And sometimes you definitely have more than that. So we should have kept all the perch. We could have gotten an additional 18 silver. All right, so 109 plus 417, so 526 silver. Look at those brown trout. And the graylings. Like I said, those graylings just really, really add up quick. That's a terrific day's fishing. Again, on fairly light gear. All right. Let me know what you think about the store. Are you excited about the opportunity to buy lures and ground bait, and whatever else is in there? Any questions about it, concerns about it? I know I have a few that I mentioned, but there's probably stuff I haven't even thought about that that also could be relevant. But anyway, thanks for watching this video and hanging out for a little while. hopefully this next week might get a chance to stream at least once. At least that's my goal. We'll see how the schedule goes, but tight lines, and we'll see you again soon. Thanks again.